Okay, what's up, y'all? Now listen, they done stole all my words. You know, they stole everything. You just stole my quote out my speech, girl. It's all good. It's all good. I'm just saying that to say that, you know, I have been researching a lot of speeches online, and you know, I have, and I know, I know that in this moment it's my duty to inspire you all, and I'm gonna try. But I'm just gonna give a warning first. This speech contains very liberal content. I'm just telling y'all now, that's what it contains. I've been getting myself in trouble on the road. So I'm just gonna warn you, so you can leave now or cover your ears, but it's liberal. Yes. I'm a person who's generally inspirational, if I may say so myself. However, recently, as a result of the state of our union, I have found myself at a loss. Since the 2016 election, I really haven't been doing so great. I made myself sick with worry. I lost 30 pounds. I've been filled with rage and horrified beyond belief as to how quickly we as humans can forget our collective past and therefore doom ourselves to repeating the tragic mistakes again and again and again. I wish I could tell you that I was going to give you some wisdom that you've never heard before, or say some cliche that you haven't been exposed to all your life, #blessed. I wish I could kiss the wounds and make everything better, but I can't. That wouldn't be fair to you. And in a world that's swirling with lies daily, alternative facts, and fake news, it's our duty as adults to tell you divas the truth. So, I'm going to start with my truth. You know, I come from the Pentecostal church, and they always say you can't have a testimony unless you have a test. Come on here. So I'm going to talk to y'all about my testimony for a bit. I want to talk on the subject of dreams for a minute. You know, I've always had big ones. I've had huge dreams, dreams of being a star, dreams of changing the world. But there was something inside of me early on. I could feel it. I was different. Talented, yes. Some would even say I was gifted. But that thing, there was that thing inside me that made people around me uncomfortable, suspicious even. That thing that caused my well-intentioned mama to send me to the psychologist when I was 5 years old to have me evaluated. And after a year's worth of one-on-one sessions, after school on every hump day, the doctor's diagnosis was, he's fine, you just need to get a man around the house. Teach him to be more of a man. That thing inside me that gave folk permission to think they could abuse me in my own home with no consequences. #MeToo. That thing inside me that brought on bullying at my school, terrorization by my church, the flat out being beaten in the streets by 6 young men coming home late night from dance class while the neighborhood stood by and watched, and not a single person stepping in to save me. So I took it upon myself to save myself. And I had a secret weapon. I had talent. I had a gift. I could sing. I had dreams. At the beginning, my dreams were self-motivated. My dreams were simple. At 11 years old, I understood that I had to get out. That little church sissy voice inside my head would shriek, "Whatever you do, girl, get the fuck out of there first and worry about heaven later." Y'all don't even know what that's from. Like she said, Miss Clampett. Y'all don't even know who the Clampetts are, do you? But I knew I had to get out. So I chose show business, you guys. Show business. That's the best way to heal, right? I mean, really. So my first day of acting class at Carnegie Mellon University, I went to Carnegie Mellon. Yes. We love Bocoto. My professor said, you can't be a great actor unless you know who you are and honor your authentic self. To thine own self be true. However, in the next unspoken breath, it was clear that the professor was talking to people without that thing inside of them. The next 4 years of training for me was an exercise in confusion and delusion. At the end of the first semester of my sophomore year, I received a final probation letter because the voice and speech professor felt, and I quote, "Your voice is too high for the American stage and you'll never work." But this is my authentic voice. But to thine own self be true, except that thing, except you. It's easy to be who you are when what you are is what's popular. And if this thing inside of me was going to keep me on the margins, then what happens to my dreams? Racism and society's religious and government-sanctioned homophobia froze my dreams in time. The maturation and expansion of my dreams was thwarted by these institutions in ways that was so insidious, I didn't even realize I was ensnared into an unconscious self-hate that almost took me out of here. The first decade of my career was a landmine of don't ask, don't tell compromises that left me bruised, confused, and empty. I had a come to Jesus moment when in 1996, Rosie O'Donnell invited me to be a guest on her wildly popular morning television show to promote my R&B album, Untitled. I was signed to A&M Records at the time and had been schooled by the record executives to keep my mouth shut, except when singing, so that my true nature, that thing, wouldn't be detected in the urban music business, which was, at the time, riddled with institutionally aggressive, poisonous, and inhumane homophobia. Just as I was about to go out for my interview, my record handler flippantly tossed off in my direction, "Don't speak." After realizing that he had blurted that out in his outside voice, he tried to pull it back, clean it up. Try not to talk too much. But he actually said those words to me, "Don't speak." And there it was. I was officially silenced. The on-camera interview was a disaster. Rosie's crack of dawn effervescence was met with rigid one-word answers from me. My tongue was tied, my spirit was broken. Rosie saw silencing death in my eyes. On a commercial break, she leaned in. "What's happening?" "Nothing." "What happened?" "Nothing." I was petrified. She pressed. "My office after the show, no bullshit." When I got to her office with tears streaming down my face, she wrapped her arms around me, whispered in my ear, and planted a seed of empowerment in me that was the start of something new. "You are enough. Fuck them." Not soon after that, my record deal imploded, and I found myself dealing with the wreckage of failure. But not just failure. Because my true nature had been chipped away and whittled down to nothing, I realized that I had failed as somebody else. And that hashtag sucked real bad. But here's the thing. We learn far more from our failures than we do from our successes. It was in that moment that I realized my dreams needed to shift. My dreams needed to expand. So I chose myself over my circumstance. I chose my sanity over my fame. In the second decade of my career, I found myself in search of understanding, for the real truth, for my real authentic self, and I stumbled on, no. I was actually purposefully watching Oprah, as I was wont to do, and Maya Angelou was on, and Ian Van Sant was on the show, and they were speaking about service. They said if service is the intention, all the rest will take care of itself. Interesting. So I asked myself, how can I be of service to something other than myself and my bank account and my ego in an industry that's inherently narcissistic? And the answer hit me like a ton of bricks. Be your true, authentic self with every fiber of your being, with every piece of your soul, no matter the price. Authenticity isn't always easy. Your truth may not always align with the world around you, and that's okay. Be authentic anyway. When you respect yourself, you teach others around you how to do the same. It's not easy. It takes time. I spent 13 years on what I thought in the moment was the precipice of virtual obscurity. The work dried up. I had to file for bankruptcy. I couch surfed for ostensibly a decade, overstaying my welcome and trying the patience of many a good friend. Many lost faith in me. Many gave up on me. But I never gave up on me. I never gave up on my dreams. You know, in the beginning, my dreams were naive. They were based on and springboarded off of things that I had already seen. But oh, to be blessed beyond your wildest imagination. Hope and possibility are all we have to lean on in these dark times. My mother used to tell me that God has bigger plans for you than you could ever have dreamed for yourself. My dreams have always been over the top, so I didn't understand what she meant by that. Until now. Never in a million years did I think that my dreams could look like this. Singer, dancer, actress and model, songwriter, teacher, mentor, director, playwright, activist, husband. My husband's sitting right over there. That's the Porter Smith. Honorary doctorate candidate for the second time. And then came Kinky Boots, Miss Lola, the Tony Award, the Grammy Award, being the first African-American out gay man to have his name above the title in a Broadway musical with Shuffle Along. You know, it's not a thing, they ain't talking about it, but we should be talking about it. And now, after decades of feeling ignored and dismissed because of that thing, because of that very thing, I'm standing on the precipice of the kind of art as activism work that will change the world forever. On June 3rd, you will be able to see me every week as a series regular on Ryan Murphy, Brad Falchuk, and Stephen Cannell's seminal new epic series, Pose, which will air on FX. And all of this as me. All of this because I chose my authenticity. Being an artist is a gift. It's a blessing to be chosen. And we have the power to connect the seemingly unconnected. We are living in a time of uncertainty, unconnectedness. It is our responsibility as artists in this moment to teach the world how to reconnect. Now, this is what you stole from me. The artist James Baldwin says, "It's an artist's job to disturb the peace." And I take my job very seriously. And from this day on, I challenge you all to do the same. Don't listen when they try to silence you by telling you to shut up and sing, or just be quiet and dance, or dribble that basketball because your opinion doesn't matter. Okay, maybe the basketball thing is a stretch in this room, but y'all know what I'm talking about. Your opinion matters. You are necessary. We and the adults in the room need you all now more than ever to engage with the world and give us something new. Show us more to see. So Boston Conservatory Diva Class of 2018. Now, I think I need to change that though, at Berklee, right? So Boston Conservatory at Berklee Diva Class of 2018. I stand before you today as a living, breathing representation of possibility. Like I said before, I never dreamed it could look like this. I never knew how to dream this big, this huge, but now I know, and on my own terms. I want to thank Boston Conservatory, the faculty, everybody who chose me to be here. I'm so humbled. I'm so grateful to have been blessed long enough to see this day, to live in these times. And now it's your turn. You're the lead character in your very own classic hero's journey. We all are. What story are you going to tell? Make a conscious decision. Be authentic. Be courageous. Be compassionate. Employ empathy. Remember to live. Remember to laugh. Remember to love. Remember to breathe. Remember to choose you. Remember to share that you with the world. Stand up for truth. Stand up for equality. Stand up for something or you will fall for anything. Be fearless. And on that note, I want to leave you just with one of my favorite quotes from spiritual thought leader Marianne Williamson. She says, "Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us." We ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant, gorgeous, talented, fabulous? Actually, who are you not to be? You are a child of God. Your playing small does not serve the world. There is nothing enlightened about shrinking so that other people won't feel secure around you, won't feel insecure around you. We are all meant to shine as children do. We were born to make manifest the glory of God that is within us. And it's not just in some of us, it's in everyone. And as we let our own light shine, we unconsciously give other people permission to do the same. As we are liberated from our own fear, our presence automatically liberates others. Remember to dream beyond your wildest imagination and on your own terms. God bless y'all. God bless America.